te iwi no mai hara mai ki tēnei hōtaka o tahi rau rua tika mā rua. E mihi tēnei kia koutou kua taku mai ki te whakarongo, ki te kōrero, ki te pātai pia. Ai, ko mai o koutou whakaro, e tēnei pō, right? Ko Bexa hau, i whakapāho ana mai i Tamaki Makaurau ki Aotearoa, New Zealand. Nā, i tēnei pō ka huri tātou ki ngā nekehanga mō te ata, mō te ata. Ko te same button meetings. Apopo i te ata, pākaraka, ko ngā wiwi, ko ngā hintu, ko ngā manapuri, ngā Bengali, ngā Cambodian, me ngā Kabwe, me tētahi atu reo o ngā hintu. Ne? Nā, e whitu, era same button meetings. So welcome people to our library tonight, number 122. It is now 9:35 New Zealand time and very, very dark and warm as well. We've had to turn the heat off, so it's just gone a bit warmer. But I think the fan. I think the fan was interfering with the sound. And some of you may have been out of sound in the last broadcast somewhere along the line. Or it could have been your connection, who knows. But anyway, we live to tell the tale. So, first things first, reminder, tomorrow morning, for those who have never attended a same button meeting, but do have a same button on, can go to the back office and sign in to the same button meetings that are on in the morning. Now they all start at the same time. They all start at 4 a.m. New Zealand time. No telling who will start first, but there's usually always one that starts before the rest. And maybe it's because of his connection, I don't know. But there is always someone who starts a little bit earlier or on time than the rest of them. So we have, as I was saying, we have French, hosted by Mbe, and Hindi, hosted by Tara, Manapuri, hosted by Pratam, Bengali, hosted by Mizunur and his panel of leaders, and Cambodian by Scott Tom, hosted by Scott Tom. Now, the two new ones are Kabui, and I can't remember the other one, was Team Guru or something like that. But those two are on as well. I can't remember who's hosting them, but they're new ones. They kick off first time in the morning. So be there and support them. Be there to support them. 4 a.m., don't be late. So much for me telling you not to be late. I tell you, it's a message trying to wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. If Darren is there, Darren will tell you what it's all about. And no, be good to see you there. And, you know, like I said, you don't understand the language? Well, at least you can speak yours in the chat room and say hello. So, yes, just be there and be supportive of them. And they, you know, I tell you, they welcome whoever tunes up to the broadcast. And it shows just how strong, you know, the level of support out there in the world is for them all. It's surprising, I tell you. So, that's reminder one. Another reminder, those who have either created a matrix, have sponsored a person or two persons, or maybe four or a whole matrix, now you should be looking at paying your transaction of 40 grand. It's how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. Okay? Also, learn how to orientate yourself around your Kringle Cash back office. It's really important that you know where you're going and what someone is talking about when you ask questions. And they're trying to solve your question by guiding you through the Kringle Cash back office or the wallet. So don't wait until, you know, the bell rings and then you go, oh, I don't know where that is. Learn now. Get in there and help yourself by, you know, getting yourself familiar with what goes on in there. And then, the good thing follows. Sponsor up the storm. Yep, start sponsoring up the storm. Because this is your only chance to do it. The only opportunity you have of getting more cookie rewards on top of your send button meetings. Okay? Because that is probably the most affordable way to buy them, by buying your 40 grand. And whether you do it as a part payment, time payment, whatever to yourself, so be it. But organise it now. Don't wait for May, and in the month of May you start scratching your head because you've forgotten all about it. And do the same with your people that you bring in. Duplicate. Encourage fast duplication, because that's how we grow. And that's how your wallet will grow. I think those are the main things at this stage. Remembering also that when you start doing your transactions, your grains, remember you must look for a partner, because the partner is likely to be the one to help you secure your grains. Okay, so it can be your sponsor, it can be the sponsor's leader. But if you're in my team or our team, then you can come to Key or myself to secure your transaction. Okay? and we'll work the partnership with you. No problem. Especially with your team. Because you've only just joined. If you have only just joined, it makes it even more difficult for you to try and service your downline with the transactions, because you won't have sufficient coins in your TBC wallet to be able to do it. And you won't get any coins until redemption comes in at the end of May. So for you now, it is building and creating wealth in your wallet, well, in Cookie Rewards in your wallet for redemption day. And then you should be independent from there on. Okay? But let's go and see what the blog got for us today. Don't forget, if you've got questions to ask, just ask away. And my moderator over here will soon tell me what it is. Come on, great, share. Okay. Present to everybody. Okay, we're going to the blog. And we're going to this interesting article here. Okay. Scarcity is artificial. Come live a life of abundance. Now, that's come up. That is one of the first partnering in the blog. This is from 2016. Okay. So I got there, the world in 2016. Now, do you feel that you were born with a meaningful purpose and that the current world system has held you back from being able to fulfill it? Isn't that evil? Yes, you should take it personally. Also, within this free will universe, doesn't it upset you that you have been tricked into agreements with the evil elite, where full disclosure is required, and they hid the terms of those agreements in plain sight from you? As a result, even your silence is considered consent to be bound by those agreements. That's not fair, especially when you consider how self-destructive these agreements are to you. This has been a critical week as far as your education goes. So I hope you have been watching these videos on the blog. So you notice there are many videos. Why do the global elite hide the truth in plain sight? That's one video. Do you really agree to be pulled into a one world government? Isn't the plan to depopulate the earth by up to 90% pure evil? That number includes you, after all. Now, here's a glimpse of a one world government video. You might want to go there and watch it later. Time is very short to stop this from becoming your reality. We must unite 1 billion people to stand together for a much better world of peace and prosperity for all. If you haven't studied the true humanism agenda of the elite, you better do so now. The worst possible prison you could experience would be your own body, while others completely control it and you can't stop them. True humanism is the main objective of the one world government agenda. So there you go, another video there. We seem to be having a lot of videos to watch. So if I was you, I would be watching them too. Why a one world government new world order is a very bad idea for humanity. The year is 2019, and here we stand at the cusp of great change globally. The financial system, known by the previous 5 generations, is in its final stages of total collapse. Upon its final breath, humanity could be facing its darkest hour. Some have worked vigorously towards a global financial reset to provide a soft landing within this transition from a completely fiat-based system back to a gold-backed system. Within this brief window of change comes the opportunity for the ruling class elite to firmly establish their new world order of a one world government. This is a warning to all of humanity. The elite must fail now to set up a one world government. Because if they succeed, it will be the end of freedom. Oh, yet another video. Most of humanity today has a reasonable amount of freedom, yet the fiat-based system has enslaved humanity to debt. Debts in large part that were not incurred by the individuals. All of the governments have created vast debt over the last 100 years, and their citizens are expected to carry those debts. So, while most of us are free to choose our professions, free as to a certain degree, the burden of these debts weigh down on us and have a very negative impact on our life. These debts could be the excuse used by the elite to start a global war when the plug is pulled on the entire banking system. What will the people do when all of the banks are closed? Exactly. What will they do? How will companies be able to operate without access to the bank? What happens when paper money suddenly becomes worthless? How long can humanity sustain itself in such a dark time? The elite have planned this scenario for a very long time, and they have planned to introduce a one world government as the solution. How would a one world government impact the freedoms you enjoy today? Recent bank and ISP outages smell the coffee. Wells Fargo, Chase, US Bank, all down. Spectrum, AT&T, Verizon, and the short answer to that question is that ultimately it will completely destroy your freedom as you know it. It would lead to every aspect of your life being controlled by government. A government that puts its own interests above the rights of the individual. Total slavery. Why? Why would a one world government lead to total slavery? The answer is because of nature. The nature of government is force. Governments are run by men, people. So what is the nature of man? Many things have changed over thousands of years. The nature of man has remained the same. When it comes to man, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. That sums up the nature of man. The few that rule the world today do so in the shadows and therefore don't have complete and absolute power and control. They have great influence, but that is it. Power is broken and divided between many nations and peoples. There is ongoing conflict between these nations as they each struggle for greater power in the world. This is the necessary friction that allows freedom to survive. The more friction there is, the more freedom exists. Power struggles are very important. A one world government would be the end struggle. We, the people, outnumber the few ruling class elite by at least 1,000,000 to 1. We do have the power to overcome the elite and their evil plans. Almost 250 years ago, a new kind of freedom was born. When the American colonists declared their independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain, these colonists won the Revolutionary War and set up a republic under a constitution. The constitution separated the powers of government into three branches, which allowed friction to occur between these separate branches as each seeks greater power over the others. Before this kind of government was formed, most governments had total power over its people and ruled with an iron fist. Consider the known history of the last 5,000 years. Why has there been more technological advancement and progress for mankind in the last 200 years over the previous 5,000 years? Simple. Freedom. Freedom has allowed mankind to advance in ways that were inconceivable before. When government is busy fighting with itself, it allows the people to enjoy freedom. Constitutional type governments have spread all over the world ever since the American Revolutionary War, and the result has been greater freedom. This is a much better world to live in today compared to 200 years ago and before. A one world government would quickly return humanity to live under an iron fist of tyranny. Freedom would disappear from Earth. We all must resist the deception that is coming that a one world government will solve all of the problems we face today. Yes, the current financial system is collapsing, and there are no guarantees that a global reset will result in a smooth landing for us in this transition. TBC offers an alternative. The faster we build to 1 billion members, the better, because the world is changing fast. An educated billion people working together to spread the message about the truth of abundance on Earth with a currency of its own is a real solution. A solution that should lead to even greater freedom. The elite have hidden the truth in plain sight on how we can defeat them, as usual in the movie. TBC is the fulfillment of this solution. Let's stand together, 1 billion strong. Bugs Life movie tells us exactly how we can free ourselves from the control of these evil elite ruling the world today. Funny, huh? They made a cartoon out of the solution that will work. But who will be laughing at who in the end? Watch Bugs Life movie, okay? And you can watch Bugs Life here. Head grasshopper elite confronted on camera. So we're talking about Lord Jacob Rothschild and how he was confronted. And that's the video there. The head grasshopper is absolutely afraid of us and doesn't want the masses to wake up and see how old and weak they are in the elite. Violence will not work on them, but gathering the masses to just go another way, our own way, will work. We can just step out of their control and their military force will follow us instead. Truly, evil people are so few in number. Remember, they too are bound by the agreement they put into place. So the traps and pits they have set for us, they will fall into instead of us. TBC is a complete solution. Embrace all aspects of it. It is short-sighted to only see TBC as a short-term solution to your cash flow needs. TBC gives you many opportunities to grow and personally develop. You do need to develop the skills of the wealthy. And as we build our very own financial system and economy from the ground up, you will gain those skills. Millionaires' mind skill, think, learn, succeed. Keep this article handy in your toolbox to share when you come across members of TBC that are either doubtful or seem to be waiting for something to happen first in TBC before they will get to work on building up TBC. Almost all of the paid members in TBC are either a millionaire or billionaire right now in TBC Kringle coins. So in one sense, TBC has raised your financial status massively. Yet almost all of you have not lifted up your lifestyle to millionaire status regardless of how many TBC coins you may have. It's time to lift up your lifestyle now. Please put aside all of your preconceived notions about how TBC should work for you and pay close attention to what I will share with you. Millionaires have special skills. Without these skills, a millionaire lifestyle is unlikely. So here the lessons come together. The Karate Kid movie clip. Then we have Tara Sharma shared a post. What do you want to be? Millionaire or billionaire? Some of you are just sitting, I would say, holding hands and doing nothing to contribute to the growth and success of the Kringle community. Those are who we call the Kringlers. How many people have you told about TBC in your family, community, and environment? Most Tibetians are even the ones misrepresenting it. You got the free gift, and how many people have you also shared the gift to? If you haven't been doing anything about that, it is not too late. Start today. When you share the gift, you cash flow, and a member is added to the community. You must understand that until the distribution phase is completed. We won't get to the next one. Admin has been committed to our roadmap, and soon, those who refuse to take advantage of this distribution phase will regret it. If I may ask, how many TBC coins do you have in your wallet to enjoy when time comes? Is it just some few Kringles? Is that enough for you to build your future and help humanity? Don't settle for less. Get to work. Get more coins. You can earn it through send button meetings, broadcasting, referrals, sponsoring, and also purchasing. Great words. So those are the different ways, people, you can get out there and earn more cookies for redemption. So they will become TBC coins. Okay, so stop sharing. Let's go out here. And pretty warm night tonight. It's kind of muggy, but it's not raining. Get that? We could do with rain. But yes. So that's another night of information for us and for you. And I'd just like to acknowledge you that are here. I guess Tara's having her Wi-Fi connection problems. Shout out to you, Bill, Brother Bill. Shout out for Sister Violet, and Brother Ken, and Brother Reserve. Now, also my moderator, Keith, not easy keeping track of things when you're trying to be busy as well and got a million other things going on in your head and in front of you. But just remember, now that, you know, if you're legal in TBC right now, that's your next job. Is learn all about the back office, learn all about your wallet, where everything is, and sponsor, keep sponsoring. Your 40 grain, start planning that. And of course, training, ongoing training, cash flow coaching. Those in that order. Okay, so that's it from me again tonight, people. If you have any questions, post up. You know my site, you know where to get me. Post up any questions that you might have, whether it's dumb or not. Don't ask. I'm answer if you want one. Yeah, just stay in touch and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing every day. Read the blog if you can daily. I know some of you have got to go to mahi, but yeah, even at mahi, open your phone when you're on a break. Next minute, you're moe trying to read your blog. So that's it from me tonight, Pano. Yeah, have a great day tomorrow. Don't forget 4 a.m. send button meeting in the morning. And sorry, I can't give wake up call because I got to wake myself up first. And that's not easy. Okay, so noho ora koutou, and keep safe and go out and sponsor like a sponsoring machine does. Mari, kia koutou.